This is Jill Gunderson, and in this module we are going to discuss the controllers and the role that they play in the MVC framework. Let's go over a more detailed version of the CakePHP request. In the first module we had a simple version of the CakePHP request, and here we have a more detailed version. You will notice that there are a few more items which go into a single URL request from a user. Most notably is the routes. The routes parse the URL to extract the parameters. Here is an example of a typical CakePHP request. The catalog /items/view/12. The request URL parameters are then mapped into a specific controller and a controller action. For example, the items maps to the items controller. The view to the action or function in the particular item's controller. The 12 is an added parameter, which will be used to retrieve data from the table for that specific item with that specific ID of 12. The controller will call on the model if there is a need to gain access to the application's data. If there is no data method in the particular action, then the controller will not access the model. If there is a method call to the model is called and will process and return the data that is requested. After that, the controller will take the data that it received from the model and manipulate it for the benefit of the view. Once all the data is finished, it is then passed off to the view for the presentation. I have a small analogy of the CakePHP MVC process. Let's say you go into a restaurant and place an order. The waiter then takes your order and gives it to a chef in the back who knows how to cook your order. He goes and gets the ingredients that are involved in the order. After the ingredients are retrieved, the chef then uses the ingredients to make the desired food on the order. The food is then placed on a plate in a presentable manner and served to you. This is similar with the CakePHP request. The order, or routes, processes the URL and directs the order to the correct chef or controller. Then the controller asks for the ingredients or data from the model. The model then returns the data back to the controller. If needed, the controller will process the data a little bit more and present it on a plate, or in this case, a view. The view is then presented to you, the end user, for you to enjoy. So what's in store for this module? We are going to continue our development on our catalog website. And just to refresh your memory, we're making a catalog website which will hold our personal collection of DVDs, books, CDs, etc. We will be adding to the items controller that we created in the Getting Started module.